Okay, so we're going to start out and we're going to use basic limit laws to evaluate these. This first one we can use equation 1. And I should have these equations and laws, I should have them built in Canvas right above this video. So when I'm referring to stuff as equation 1, you can look above this video to see what equation I'm talking about. That will let us, it says basically limit as x approaches c of x to the p over q equals c to the p over q. So that's going to let us directly plug the 2 in for the x and get 2 cubed, which ends up being 8. So we get that one relatively quickly. For part B, I'm going to start out using the sum law. So first of all, when I use the sum law on part B, that is going to let me split this, this limit as x approaches 2 across the additions. So I'll have the limit as x approaches 2 of x cubed plus the limit as x approaches 2 of 5x plus limit as x approaches 2 of 7. Limit of as x approaches 2 of x cubed, we can get this by part A. Part A, we just saw limit as x approaches 2 of x cubed is 8. So limit as x approaches 2 of x cubed by part A, that is all going to be 8. Plus, this one here we need to use the, what was it called, constant multiple. Make sure I got the name right real quick here. Yeah, constant multiple law. So constant multiple law. And what that says is the 5 that's here, I'm able to push the 5 out front of the limit. So 5 times x, limit as x approaches 2 of just x. And then if you remember back from theorem back in section 2.2, limit as x approaches 2 of a constant 7 would just be the constant itself back. So anytime you have a limit as x approaches a number of just a number, you get that number back. Okay, then this one, limit as x approaches 2 of x, that is going to just be 2. So because limit as x approaches c of x is just the c value. So we end up with 8 plus 10 plus 7. So let's see here, 8 plus 7 is 15 plus 10 is 25. So we had to use a couple of different laws to generate that one. Now for part C, we are going to use law 5 for roots. We're going to use the root part of the law. And this is going to let us pull the limit inside. So we're using the root law. It's the root law part of part 5. Again, you'll refer back to the equations above this video to see exactly which one that is. Then we just saw from part B, the limit as x approaches 2 of x cubed plus 5x plus 7, that equaled 25. So this whole thing equals square root of 25, which is 5, and we are done. Also on the AP test, make sure sometimes if they have multiple parts, sometimes things will be embedded like this, where you did a bunch of work here to get this, and then in the next part you can just quote that work from the previous part, and that saves you a bunch of time. That's something to watch for in the AP test, because a lot of times in the free response, they will do things like this to save time.